Hello everyone. If you are a project manager or if you are a Q lead, if you are a business analyst or if you are a developer or you are a quality assurance professionals and anyone interested in transforming career into agile world, then we have a Scrum Master Learnings is the platform where I can teach you how to transform your career as a Scrum Master. I'm Bharat, having 16 plus years of experience into the IT industry with certified PSM1, PSK, Azure DevOps, and PMP by providing the real-time concepts of what is a waterfall model, what is agile methodology, what is a Scrum framework, and Scrum rules, events, and artifacts by using tracking tools with what is Jira and hands-on Jira with the practical examples by displaying reports and dashboards. This training includes interactive sessions with the real-world scenarios and practical exercises where it helps you to clear your certification exam and to become as a Scrum Master. Why to choose us? We are the expert instructors where from us you can learn with the real world examples. And here we'll be having the interactive sessions, engage in hands on exercises and case studies, where we'll be having the community support, where you will be having support from the already existing Scrum Masters in the real times. And also, we conduct mock interviews, which make you to involve in the mock interviews to clear your interviews in the as a Scrum Master. And also, we have resume preparation will be done to crack your jobs. And also, we'll be conducting your online test, which will be conducted to prepare and clear the certification exams. Here is the course duration, which contains 2 weeks, 10 days, where we'll be covering you about the introduction to waterfall and agile methodology, and the day two, which covers you Scrum theory and values, where day three will be covering you with the Scrum roles, and the day four, which will be having teaching you the Scrum events, and the day five is the Scrum artifacts, and the day six will be showing you how to prepare a burn charts, and day seven is the velocity and batch size, and day eight will be teaching you with the estimation, how to do the estimations in the agile. And day nine will be having the Jira and a Jira board with the practical exercises. Don't think it will be only at day nine. Starting from the day one, I'll be teaching you how to register in the Jira and how to start a practical examples from the day one itself. And also, we'll be showing you how to create a dashboards in the Jira. Also, in the day 10, we'll be learning about Azure DevOps boards. So this is the course content in detail with day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, and day 10. Now, we'll be learning about what is a waterfall model, what is an agile methodology, and what is a Scrum framework. When you come to the challenges of waterfall model, before that, we are going to learn what is a waterfall. Waterfall is a traditional approach for project management where we manage in phases, which is called as a linear and sequential approach where each phase must be completed before the next phase begins. And the key principle include the cascading flow of a progress, well-defined stages, distinct goals for each phase, and a focus on planning and documentation. So this waterfall model having different phases of waterfall, like we have We'll be gathering the requirement for the software to develop, and where we plan the technical details in the design phase, and we'll be performing the coding and programming standards in the implementation, and we deliver the software and install it for the customer in the development stage. And finally, we provide a support and maintenance for the software. So the acronym which I given for the waterfall model is R is for requirement, D is for design, I is for implementation, T is for testing, D is for deployment, and M is for maintenance. These projects are managed in phases in the waterfall. Project in the linear sequence by moving from one phase to the next phase. So what are the challenges of using this waterfall model? Let's see. The main challenge which we face in the waterfall model is it will focuses on one type of work at a time. It can't perform different types of work simultaneously. And also, the testing comes too late in the process. Testing begins only after the development. And the main challenges are the changes are difficult to make. Waterfall is not flexible towards changes. The reason behind is where you'll be having a detailed plan created for the requirements of the project, and all the requirements must be known before we start making a product, and we follow the same plan till the end of the sprint and doesn't welcome the revisions or unexpected changes to happen later on the project. And also, it is difficult to make changes, especially when it comes to make corrections or bug fixes to the previous phases. The other thing, the most important, is the delay in the project delivery. It will take a longer time to deliver the product to the customer. The reason is we wait for all the phases to complete before you could see a working product in your hands of the customer. Then finally, we have a lack of customer involvement. The customer will interact with the team at the beginning of the project to provide the requirement, and at the end of the project by receiving the product, right? The reason is they don't get an opportunity to provide the feedback while work is actually being done. So to overcome this, in 2001, a group of 17 software development leaders have had a meeting to discuss better ways of developing a software, and agreed on a set of values and principles which is known as Agile Manifesto, which provides a basis or a foundation of what is known as Agile. Now, from the Scrum Master learnings, we are going to learn about what is an Agile. So Agile is a set of values and principles. What exactly Agile is used for is Agile is an alternative approach or a flexible approach to manage projects in a fast-paced and continuous changing environments. It allows the project team to adapt quickly to the situations and make changes to ensure the success of the project. And it allows you to develop the software early in the project life and deliver it into the hands of the customer. They can check if it is working according to their requirements. According to the Atlassian, Agile Scrum is an agile project management framework that helps teams structure and manage their work through a set of values, principles, and practices. So, according to the Agile, Agile is the ability to create and respond to change. What does the Agile Manifesto says? Agile Manifesto for the software development says it outlines a set of 4 values and 12 principles for agile software development. Now let's see what are the 4 values and 12 principles in an agile. The first is the individuals and interactions. And second is the working software over a comprehensive documentation where we'll not be creating much documentation here. And the third is the customer collaboration over contract and negotiation. And then we have respond to change over following a plan. And these are the 4 values of agile. And the most important we have is 12 agile principles. Before going to the principles, let's see each individual values of an agile. When you come to the individuals and interactions of the first agile value, it encourages team members to have a face-to-face and direct communication between one another instead of relying on strict process and tools. It helps them to solve problems faster and become more effective as a team. And coming to the second, working software, Agile focuses on developing working software as early as possible, which usually mean at the end of every sprint. Excess documentation slows down the project team. Instead of creating a detailed documentation, it is encouraged to focus on creating the product. And next, we have a customer collaboration. Agile sets a high priority for customer collaboration. It encourages to work closely with the customer from the start to throughout the end of this project. And finally, we have respond to change. Respond to change. Changes can come from anywhere at any time. Here, the Agile and the Scrum can respond to the changes quickly. So it realizes that projects are not straightforward, guys. So now let's start with Agile principles. The first and foremost principle in the Agile is our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of the software, valuable software. So the second is welcome change. Welcome change requirements even late in the development process. It needs to be addressed and handled as soon as possible. As the change benefits the customer, you should try to implement it. Finally, we need to satisfy the customer. Not only satisfying the customer, when you will be satisfying the customer, when you deliver the working software frequently from the couple of weeks to the couple of months within a preference to the shorter time scale. Not only to deliver the working software, when you will be delivering the working software, only when you work together, okay, on a daily throughout the project lifespan. And only not only delivering a software, not only working together, you have to motivate the team to build the working software, and they must also be trusted to each other to get the work done. And not only motivate the team, there should be a face-to-face conversation has to happen that takes that makes you a maximum efficiency and effectiveness to produce to the customer. Next, we have a working software. So when you accomplish all the 6 values, definitely you can deliver a working software to the customer. Next, we have a constant space. Agile process to support a consistent development space. Teams can work on projects for quite a long time. They should maintain a reasonable speed through which they are able to deliver a quality work without being burned out. And next, so when you work together, with a constant space, and when your working software has been delivered with a good design and simplicity, which we can done with the self-organizing teams only. Self-organizing teams in Agile are empowered to set their own objectives while working and come up with their own unique solutions to the problems. Next, finally, we have reflections and adjustment. At regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts the behavior accordingly. The effectiveness can be significantly impacts by regular in fact reflection on it by the team. Next, we have a different frameworks in the agile. The main frameworks in the agile are the Scrum, extreme programming, Kanban, and other. We have lean software development, and others also. We have plenty of frameworks in the agile. The main famous is the Scrum. Scrum is a framework for developing, delivering, and sustaining complex products through which people can address complex adaptive problems. And it is a popular agile framework that focuses on iterative development with daily stand-up meetings, sprint planning, and reviews. It promotes self-organization and cross-functional teams. When you come to the Kanban, Kanban is a visual agile framework that helps the teams with available capacity. It uses visual boards to track progress and limit works in progress. Next, we have extreme programming. XP is an agile methodology that emphasizes excellence and technical practices such as test-driven development, pair programming, and continuous integration. So these are all some of the agile frameworks like Scrum, as we discussed earlier, Kanban, extreme programming, lean software development, crystal programming, dynamic system development, future driven development. So these are all the frameworks which you can see later with a detailed explanation. Next, what is Scrum? As I told you, Scrum is a framework with a set of guidelines and rules which allows you to manage complicated projects in a rapidly changing environments. When I say complicated projects, just like when you're building different blocks of building, when you're constructing different blocks of building with a complicated projects, we can consider as a complicated projects and rapidly changing environments in our home. When we are moving furniture from one room to the other room, the rapidly changing environments where the Scrum helps the team work more effectively and deliver better results. So it has certain guidance and the rules. So the benefits of Scrum, it allows us to perform quick and efficient project management. It enables high quality product development. The Scrum describes a lightweight, simple to understand, and difficult to master. When you say lightweight, it doesn't have millions of rules to follow, just has a few basic guidance or a guidelines, we can say. The Scrum describes a simple to understand where it focuses on how we can get work done and solve problems in a faster and straightforward way. And also a Scrum, it is difficult to master. In order for the Scrum to work, make sure its rules are being followed properly, otherwise it won't work. Okay. Similarly, the Scrum allows you to perform quick and efficient project management. It enables high quality product development. The Scrum framework, according to Atlassian, is a set of values, principles, and practices that Scrum team follow to deliver the product or a services. The Scrum framework has 3-5-3 framework, which includes three Scrum team roles like product owner, Scrum master, and the development team. When it comes to the Scrum events or ceremonies, where it has five events like sprint planning, daily Scrum, sprint review, and sprint retrospective. And finally, we have a Scrum artifacts. There are three artifacts in Scrum, like product backlog, sprint backlog, and increment. So when it comes to the Scrum team, as we discussed, there are product owner, Scrum master, and development team members. The product owner is the representative of the customer where we manage the product backlog in the Jira or Azure DevOps board. He is he or she is responsible for understanding the customer requirement and then sharing those requirements with the development team. And also, he manages the product backlog. He or she creates the and manages the product backlog. This is the document that contains a list of all the work that needs to be done on the project. Next, the product owner is the person who prioritizes what needs to be made on the project and acts as a bridge between the customer and the development team. So, Scrum Master, anything related to the process will be taken care by the Scrum Master. He is the Scrum Master who is going to manage the Scrum process. He is the one he or she is the Scrum Master who is the facilitator of the Scrum team. Scrum Master is a person who ensures everyone is following the Scrum rules on the project and helps and support to the development team by solving their problems in case of any impediments. The Scrum Master is the mediator between the product owner and the development team. So the development team creates and develops the features of the product. They are self-organized, cross-functional, and accountable as a team. The Scrum Master keeps the product owner informed about the progress of the sprint. If there are any roadblocks or concerns for the team, he or she of the Scrum Master discuss with the product owner and gets them resolved. Like the team daily stand-up, a stand-up of the Scrum Master with the product owner also happens every day. Next, what is Scrum framework according to the Atlassian? Let's see. For a product owners to succeed, the entire organization must respect their decisions. So these decisions are visible in the content and ordering of the product backlog. And through the inspectable increment at the sprint review, this is what the Atlassian, this is what the Scrum according to the Atlassian. So the benefits of Agile and Scrum is we have more 40% of the increased productivity when you are using this Agile and Scrum methodologies can lead to the 40% increase in the productivity. And also we have improved the quality by adopting Agile and Scrum due to continuous testing, feedback loops, and early issue detection and resolution. And this Agile and Scrum is leading to a 20% increase in the customer satisfaction through regular feedbacks by involving the customer with the development team and delivering the value features early and often. Coming to the next, adaptability, the change. This is the main aspects in the Agile and the Scrum. Agile and the Scrum enable organizations to be 10% more adaptable to change by promoting flexible planning, continuous improvement, and a responsive mindset towards evolving requirements. It follows an empirical process control. This empiricism is nothing but empiricism, meaning working in a fact based, experience based, and evidence based manner. The Scrum implements an empirical process where pro- progress is based on observations of the reality, not fictitious plans. Okay. So here is an example which I can give you. Assume you need to develop a 25 equally sized features for a product before it can be released to the market. So you agree to develop 5 features in each 1 month sprint. This means you will complete 25 features in 5 sprints, that is 5 features delivered by the end of each 1 month sprint. Okay, so this empiricism asserts that knowledge comes from experience and making decisions based on what is observed. Now, it's a main role comes into the picture of a scrum master. What does a scrum master do? Who is a scrum master? Scrum master is a facilitator, or a scrum master is the one who facilitates the meetings, and he is a coach, and he is a mentor, he is a teacher, and he is a servant leader. He is a servant leader and who manages the team in all aspects, and is also a mentor, as I told you, Scrum Master. So the responsibilities of a Scrum Master in a daily Scrum is that Scrum Master ensures that the development team is having a daily Scrum meetings regularly. As a Scrum Master, as a Scrum Master is accountable for building high performing Scrum teams. The primary responsibility of the Scrum Master is to educate teams and organization on a Scrum values, theory, practical practices, and rules. The Scrum Master is accountable for the way Scrum is and understood by the Scrum team. The Scrum Master role is that of coach, teacher, mentor, and the facilitator. The Scrum Master is responsible for removing impediments, and the best way a Scrum Master can remove impediments is to empower, teach, and coach the development team to remove impediments themselves. So, this is the main role of a Scrum Master. As I told you earlier, like the daily stand-up, a stand-up of the Scrum Master with the PO happens every day. So how the relationship exists between the Scrum Master and the organization. The Scrum Master and the organization, the Scrum Master and the product owner, and the Scrum Master and the development team. So this will happen on a daily basis. The Scrum Master and the organization, he is the Scrum Master, is the representative of the Scrum and organization. He helps the organization to use and adapt the Scrum with the practical development, and he will act as a coach with Scrum implementations and make team and the stakeholders to understand the Scrum, and also ensures that the Scrum changes are made to increase the throughput of the Scrum team. And he also measures the effectiveness of the Scrum and help and coordinate with the other Scrum Masters in the organization. Next comes how the Scrum Master and the product owner relationship. The Scrum Master and the product owner will be interacting on a daily basis to ensure the product backlogs are clear, concise, and easily understandable to the team. It ensures that the Scrum team understand the scope, product domain, and the goals. The Scrum Master teaches the team to practice agile values, and the Scrum Master helps the team with the Scrum events as needed. When it comes to the relation between the Scrum Master and the development team members will be interacting with the Scrum Master as he is a servant leader. He helped the development team with solving the Scrum issues and removing the impediments. He helps the development team with understanding the Scrum values and understanding and promote the Scrum events. He helped the development team with organizing and support cross-functional. The skills required for the Scrum Master is the ability to adapt to changing environments and enable flexibility and guide teams through uncertainty. And he should be a servant leader. As we discussed earlier, the Scrum Master should focus on serving the team, removing the obstacles, and promoting self organization. It should be a good communication. Effective communication should be done for resolving conflicts and fostering transparency and ensuring alignment with the team. Next, to do the Scrum Master, these are the certifications which we can suggest. I can suggest you to do it. Like the foundation level certification is the CSM, we call as Certified Scrum Master. And next is the professional Scrum Master is called PSM, which is advanced certification, demonstrating mastery of the Scrum framework and agile principles. Next, with the certification focusing on scaling agile practices to enterprise levels, then we have to do scale agile framework. As a part of a trainer, I have done my certifications into the PSM1, PSK, PMP, Safe Agile, and also Azure DevOps. So, with finally, we came to the conclusion like we have learned what is a waterfall model, what is an agile, what are the different frameworks in agile, and what are the different roles as a in the Scrum, the product owner, the Scrum Master, and development team. How the Scrum Master will be helping the organization, and how the Scrum Master will be helping the product owner, and the Scrum Master will be helping the development team. As we discussed, the Scrum Master is the mediator between the product owner and the development team. So this is the Scrum cycle where it will be having 1 week cycle, 2 week sprint, or 3 week sprint, or a 4 week sprint, but preferred is a 2 week sprint or a 4 week sprint. So we came to the end of the demo session. So guys, best of luck. So luck is yours, wishes are mine. Let's your future be always shine as a Scrum Master. Thank you.